All right, good morning. If you're in the Kadampa, please turn to page 34 in the Gold Prayer Book. And we'll begin with the Shakyamuni Buddha Mantra. And before we start our prayers, let's just note that today is the second anniversary of Lama Zopa Rinpoche, showing the aspect of passing into parinirvana. And also, we can rejoice that just this week we got the news from His Holiness that confirms that Lama Zopa Rinpoche has reincarnated somewhere in Nepal. So lots to rejoice on today and lots to think about. Okay, we'll begin with the Shakyamuni Buddha Mantra. Te ata om mune mune maha munaye soha. Te ata om mune mune maha munaye soha. Te ata om mune mune maha munaye soha. And now still on page 34, the Medicine Buddha stanza and mantra. Bhagawan, with equal compassion for all, whose name when merely heard dispels the suffering of the lower realms, dispeller of disease and the three poisons, I prostrate to Medicine Buddha lapis light. Te ata om bekanse, maha bekanse, rata samudgate soha. Te ata om bekanse, maha bekanse, rata samudgate soha. Te ata om bekanse, maha bekanse, rata samudgate soha. Te ata om bekanse, maha bekanse, rata samudgate soha. Te ata om bekanse, maha bekanse, rata samudgate soha. Te ata om bekanse, maha bekanse, rata samudgate soha. Te ata om bekanse, maha bekanse, rata samudgate soha. And now the four immeasurables, which we will say twice in English, and then we'll flip to page 37 and chant it in Tibetan one time. May all sentient beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all sentient beings be inseparable from the happiness that is free from suffering. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free from attachment for friends and hatred for enemies. May all sentient beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all sentient beings be inseparable from the happiness that is free from suffering. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free from attachment for friends and hatred for enemies. And now turn to page 37 and we'll chant it. Sem chen tong che de wa dong de wei gyu dong den pa gyur chik du ngao dong du ngao gi gyu dong drel war gyur chik du ngao me pe de wa dang mi Drel war gyur chig Nyering chak dang Ni dang drel wei tang nyam lane par gyur chig. And now the Chenrezig, verse of praise and mantra. Not veiled by any fault, white in color, whose head a perfect Buddha crowns in light, gazing compassionately at all beings, to you, Chenrezig, all seeing one, I prostrate. Om Mani Padme Hum, 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 Om Mani Padme Hum. And the Tara verse of praise and mantra. Tara liberates from psychic existence. Tu Tare liberates from the 8 fears. Ture liberates from all sickness. I prostrate to the liberator, Mother Tara. Om Tare Tu Tare Ture Soha. 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 And then on page 34, excuse me, the Refuge and Bodhicitta prayer. And let's say it one time in English, just to remember what we're saying, and then we'll chant it twice in Tibetan.
And as in the book, it says, by my practice of giving other perfections, Dagi Jinso Gip Pesonam. That's what we're going to say. We're not going to say Chunyen. That might be in the online.
I have slightly different English here. So
by my practice of giving, I'll
by the merits I
read
create
it.
to listen
I'll
to
read
the.
it.
Okay, it'll just be different for you watching on it.
Okay, so you
that's
said
fine.
what?
You
Twice
go.
in
You go ahead
English?
and lead it, Lamala. You go ahead and lead it. What it says in the book.
Okay.
It's just one line that's slightly different.
Right. And what did you say? Once in English and twice in Tibetan, or?
Yeah. Once in English, twice in Tibetan.
I go for refuge until I'm enlightened to the
To
Buddha,
the Dharma,
Dharma,
and the Supreme Assembly.
By my practice of giving and other perfections, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. Sangye chudang soki chonam la, janchu bardu dani kyapsuchi, dagi jinsoki pesunamgi, drola pinchir sangye druparsho. Sangye chudang soki chonam la, janchu bardu dani kyapsuchi, Dagi jinsogi pesunamgi, drola pinchur sangye druparsho. Okay, so I'm very sorry that I have to lead today, and I didn't have much time to prepare. So I hope you'll be patient. This is a good way to practice patience. Yeah, so. That's my gift to you. Okay, so the first thing is, I've done this a lot of times, many times before. So first, let's set up the refuge field, in our mind. We just said the refuge and bodhicitta prayer, but the first part, the refuge prayer, that is the one of the causes and conditions to have another higher rebirth, a perfect human rebirth, is to take refuge, especially when when you're dying. So you want, if you don't know what the refuge field is like, then it's not just like the Buddha. So just imagine, there's a statue of the Buddha here, and then there's a beautiful tanka that Khyentse Rinpoche just in Los Andela gave the Kadampa Center, and there you see Shakyamuni Buddha seated there. So he's sitting on just imagine that he's sitting about a prostration's length in front of you on a high throne supported by 8 snow lions, in each corner on a beautiful lotus sun and moon disk. And actually he is your guru, if you have one, If you don't have one, you can certainly take Shakyamuni Buddha as your guru, your Lama, your root guru, in the aspect of Shakyamuni Buddha. So he has one face and 2 arms, and he has an Ushnisha on his crown, and his right hand is in the earth pressing mudra, and his left hand is in meditative equipoise, holding an alms bowl, which is a begging bowl. The earth pressing mudra symbolizes that he has overcome the Maras, the 4 Maras, the Lord of Death, Mara of the 5 tainted aggregates, the afflictions, and the Mara who's the son of the gods, the evil son of the gods. His right hand in meditative equipoise symbolizes that he is in single-pointed equipoise on the wisdom realizing shunyata. And it's filled with amrita or nectar of medicine, immortality, and inexhaustible wisdom, transcendental wisdom. His body is clad in saffron robes and is adorned with 32 major and 80 marks. Minor marks. He sits in the Vajra position with light radiating from his body. And that light radiates without end. But to ordinary beings, it appears to be only an arm's length. I'll visualize in front of Shakyamuni Buddha all the lamas from whom you've taken teachings in this life. And on the left are the Buddhas of the profound lineage, such as Manjushri and Arya Nagarjuna. And to Shakyamuni Buddha's right are the Buddhas of the method or sense of conduct lineage, such as Lord Maitreya, Master Shantideva, Arya Sangha. Behind Shakyamuni Buddha are Vajradhara and the lineage of blessed practice, such as Lama Atisha. And below are the deities of the Buddhas, Bodhisattva, Dharma protectors, and guardians. And I can't remember, they were the 4, the highest yoga tantra deities also are there. Now in front of each of the deities, the objects in the merit field. On fine tables are their scriptures and their teachings in the form of light. And imagine they are very, very pleased with you. Because you know that Guru Yoga is the root of the path, and that you're doing the practice. Now, there are two causes for going for refuge that are most effective. One is fear of the suffering of the lower realms, which you must experience, and the faith of conviction that the three jewels will protect us from the lower realms. And when we say that they will protect us, doesn't mean that at the time of death, all of a sudden someone's going to come, they're going to appear, the three jewels are going to appear out of nowhere and then save you. It's the practices that you do, the Dharma practices, and the Guru Yoga practices that you do. That is what is going to protect you from the lower realms. And that's why you take refuge. Now imagine all the sentient beings, the 6 realms. This is your great chance. You have a precious human life with all the leisures and opportunities. So now is your chance. Just imagine your father on your right-hand side, whether he's alive or not, the father of this life, representing all male sentient beings, even insects, all in the aspect of your father. And then on your left, visualize your mother, representing all the female sentient beings. And in front of you are all your enemies and spirits. And behind you are all your circle of loved ones, your friends. And imagine you're the chant master, and you're going to lead all everyone, all the beings in the refuge prayer. And it's actually a more extensive one, but if you don't know it, you don't have to think. Just think of the refuge prayer that we just said, that you're leading them in that practice. Think you're leading them, all sentient beings, and 3 times in 10 directions, until you reach the end of enlightenment. Go for refuge to the Guru, the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha. And when you do that, all the non-virtuous actions in body, speech, and mind that you have done in relation to them are purified, and you receive all their blessings. Imagine 5-colored nectar enters your crown into your 5 places and purifies all the faults produced in relation to them and all their blessings into your mind stream. And then again, you say the refuge prayer 3 more times. I go for refuge until I'm enlightened to the Buddha, Dharma, the Supreme Assembly. By my practice of forgiving other perfections, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. And you say that from your heart 3 times. And then after you say that, imagine that a replica of your guru in the aspect of Shakyamuni Buddha is on your crown and dissolves into your crown. And instantly, you attain perfect and complete enlightenment, irreversible, full enlightenment. And then the next nanosecond, you send out a replica of your guru in the aspect of Shakyamuni Buddha on the crown of every hell realm being, hungry ghost realm being, animal realm being, bardo realm being, human realm being, demigod realm being, and celestial realm being. And as soon as that replica touches their crown, they attain complete enlightenment. All beings and the 3 times and 10 directions in the universe until the edges of space, complete enlightenment. Now let that sink in and rejoice. Rejoice at what you have done. How wonderful. Amazing. And now you know that realistically that hasn't happened. So then you do the long 4 measurables. How wonderful it would be if all sentient beings would abide in equanimity, free from attachment and hate. May they be free from this. I myself will cause them to be free from this. Please, Guru Deity, bless me to be able to do this. So first you have the aspiration. How wonderful it would be if all sentient beings would abide in equanimity, free from attachment and hate. And then a prayer. May they abide in equity. And then what you call aspiration. I myself will cause them to abide in equity. Then request, please, Guru Deity, bless me to be able to do this. How wonderful it would be if all sentient beings had happiness in the cause of happiness. May they have happiness in His cause. I myself will cause them to have happiness in His cause. Please, Guru Deity, bless me to be able to do this. How wonderful it would be if all sentient beings were free of suffering in His cause. I myself will cause them to be free of suffering in His cause. Please, Guru Deity, bless me to be able to do this. How wonderful it would be if all sentient beings had the happiness that was free of suffering in His cause. I myself will cause them to have this happiness in this cause. Please, Guru Deity, bless me to be able to do this. For the sake of all sentient beings, might quickly attain the state of a primordial Buddha in order to benefit all sentient beings. Then imagine the 3 sets of the lamas, and then the lion throne absorbs the Shakyamuni Buddha like clouds in the sky. And then Shakyamuni absorbs into you. and blesses you and remains there forever. So that concludes the refuge practice. Okay, so now, let's see. Okay, so Geshe-la has been doing the purification practice, the Vajrasattva practice. Okay, and so this is one step to attaining liberation from samsara. You know, to be liberated, we need to to realize emptiness. And of course, to realize emptiness, we need, Geshe-la said, a whole lot of merit. And you know, merit is to do virtuous actions. One of them is to set the motivation to do everything with bodhicitta, with the desire to attain enlightenment to benefit all sentient beings. And so you want to get away or to try to purify all the obstacles to the afflictive obscurations that to liberation and the cognitive obscuration to enlightenment. So everything happens with the mind. The mind is the master. So, okay, can you pass me the water, please? Okay, thank you. So it doesn't matter what's going around you, whoever is around you, whatever situation you are in, that makes absolutely no difference. Whether all wonderful things were happening, you know, it's your birthday, all your friends are here, you know, your family's here, you get a wonderful cake, you get all the presents you want, you know, or you can be in the worst jail, solitary confinement, in a rat-infested place in the Middle East. I mean, you know, where the water's filthy, you have no food that's edible. It's just the same. It doesn't matter whether that's where you are. In fact, even in the mundane level, it's been proven that this is possible. There's a psychologist. I can't remember his name right now. His first name is Victor. He started logotherapy. And he said that even in the Nazi concentration camps, there were people who gave away their last piece of bread, who would take chances to go and help the fellow, prisoners. They would sneak out of their barrack and go to another one just to make them feel comfortable and to explain what was going to happen, and so that they would feel hope. And he said that if, even under all these circumstances, if a man can do this, then there's just absolutely no reason, that even in the worst circumstances, we have a choice. We can either be, a wonderful angel that comes and helps everyone and gives their last piece of bread, or we can be the worst fiend and steal from other people, execute people for pleasure, beat them, starve them, whatever. It was their choice. And if you could do that in a Nazi concentration camp, you can do it anywhere. That is the we always have that choice, and it's been proven there, even on the mundane level. So anyway, in Buddhism, they've been saying that for much longer, for thousands of years, that that's what it is. So, you know, as they say, as Lama Atisha said, you know, when we're at home, or we don't have to have this medicine, this dharma, because everything is going fine at home, you know. But so we just watch our mind, and then when we go out, we're in the, you know, in the Kadampa, we meet other people, we go to the store, whatever, then we watch our speech. And that's what it is. No one is going to save you. We have to remove the afflictive obscurations from our mind, because that is what is blocking our liberation. We are our own savior. We are our own executioner or jailer or whatever. We are responsible for our own, you know, for our own happiness. And that's a, you know, a big responsibility. It's, you know, completely new. We're not born with original sin. We're not born with sin. We're born with this endless hope. Every second, every moment, every snap of the fingers, we have the opportunity to overcome what we just did a second ago. You know, some kind of evil thing we said, horrible thing we did, we killed somebody, we still have a chance, 100% chance to fix that. And so there is just endless hope, and that is what karma is. You know, karma is our savior. It's the faith of conviction. That is the root of all happiness and goodness. Karma will save us. Yeah. So anyway, so we have to do purification practice, and that helps us to start on a clean slate. So, and I think that's how Geshe-la is so skillful in teaching us this practice. And of course, we always think, well, if I do this, we're going to help. You know, we can't really purify our family's negative karma, but we certainly, by doing this, we certainly, you know, maybe we can stop contributing to their trauma or whatever, their problems, their complications. Maybe by seeing ourselves, maybe it would make them feel peaceful. Maybe it'll calm them down. You know, maybe we'll say something that will make them really happy. Like Geshe-la said, you know, oh, your hair looks good today, you know, or you know, say whatever, oh, you know, lavender is your color, or whatever, you know, and it makes them feel good. Yeah, because many people don't have this, understand this Buddhist view of life and liberation, you know. So, you know, it's just kind of, it's, you know, I've been reading Buddhism for a long time, you know, actually only 30 years. I could have done it much longer, you'd think, coming from a Buddhist country, but I was Catholic back then. So anyway, even then, even these simple things like refuge doesn't come to a realization until like lately. That's you know it, you say it, blah, 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 blah. And then I said, oh, no one's gonna save me. You know, I thought, oh, when I die, I'll be okay because the Sarah J monks will be praying for me. They'll do a puja for me, you know. Adoma C's promised that she said she would pay for it. And you know, and the center will come and say, "Oh, Lama died," you know. And Geshe will say, "Well, we'll say some medicine Buddha mantras for her." It's not going to save me. It's what I did, you know. But that's what I thought. I really, really thought that I'm safe. I can die now, you know. Oh, they're gonna come. They're gonna help me, you know. And I'm sure you will. And I think it would help your minds. You know, for you to do that, it would help your minds because you felt like you did something to help me. But really, no one, you know, I am my own savior. I have to be, I will be, my karma will cause me, create the causes and conditions for whether I'll have a higher rebirth or a lower rebirth or whatever, you know, or whether I'll be able to go to a Pure Land, Pure Land, or whatever. So, yeah. So, okay. So let's start with the Vajrasattva thing, okay? So just sitting comfortably, you know, with your back straight if you like, whatever's comfortable, you know. Okay, and then above your crown, just visualize a beautiful white lotus in the form of light. And the lotus symbolizes renunciation. And on top of that beautiful white lotus is a moon disk, also in the form of light. And the moon disk symbolizes bodhicitta, the wish or the intention to obtain liberation or enlightenment in order to perfectly benefit all sentient beings. And then visualize on that lotus and moon disk a bright white syllable hum. And if you don't know the seed syllable, just think H-U-M. It's hum. Bright and white. And then the white hum transforms into a shining, bright, white Vajra, standing up, not sideways, but up and down. On top of that lotus, sun, and moon disk. And in the center of that Vajra is a white hum. Then visualize the Vajra, the letter hum, on the lotus and moon disk, about 4 fingers above your crown. The white Vajra transforms into Buddha Vajrasattva. The bright white hum remains visible in the center of Buddha Vajrasattva's heart. Buddha Vajrasattva is white and he has 2 arms, 2 legs, 1 head. In his left hand is a bell, which symbolizes wisdom. In his right hand is the Vajra at his heart. And the Vajra symbolizes compassion. He is adorned with precious ornaments and wears precious clothing from the celestial realms. The bright white light shining home on a moon disk at the center of Vajrasattva's heart. White light, like a laser, emits from the home, attracts all enlightened beings' blessings, and dissolves back into the white light shining home at Vajrasattva's heart. The 100-syllable mantra is clockwise at the center of Buddha Vajrasattva's heart. The white light emitted from the white Vajra, the center of Buddha Vajrasattva's heart, attracts all enlightened beings' blessings and dissolves back into the hum and the mantra. Nectar flows from the hum and the white Vajra simultaneously with the 100-syllable mantra surrounding the white Vajra. And this is above your crown. Visualize a moment the nectar dissolves into your crown chakra like snow on a hot rock. All your physical sicknesses, pains, mental difficulties, and negative karma are completely purified. All the negative karma goes out of your body underground. All the negative karma you purify comes out of your life through the power of nectar flowing through your crown chakra, through your body. It goes underground into the mouth of Yama, who's the Lord of Death, and his entourage, completely satisfying them. And this practice removes obstacles toward your lifespan. All the ill will towards life is completely purified, and Yama and his entourage become peaceful and return to their place. So it removes the obstacles towards your lifespan because Yama is the Lord of Death and he's satisfied. Your body becomes crystal clear and your heart is filled with nectar. That helps you to actualize the spiritual path. The nectar was created by blessings, which was attracted by the bright white light emitted from the white Vajra. It dissolves back into the white Vajra and the mantra. From there, the nectar or Amrita flows on your crown and purifies all sicknesses, mental difficulties, negative karma, which went underground. Your body comes crystal clear and your heart is filled with nectar that allows you to actualize the spiritual path, such as the Lam Rim. And you can visualize your pets, friend, family, strangers, enemies, someone around you. Okay, so now we can say the Vajrasattva mantra, and I think it's in the 64, on page 64 in the Gold Prayer Book, if you want to follow. The verse of praise is at the very top, and then the Vajrasattva mantra is at the bottom. So let's say it 3 times, and we're going to pause between each one. Of the mantra, but we're only going to say the verse of praise 1 time. Merely thinking of just your name eradicates all obstacles and immediately purifies all negative karma. Thus to you, unsurpassed Vajrasattva, I make prostration. So this one, as we say this first recitation, just think that of the mantra, purifying all your physical, everything that has to do with your body, your sicknesses, whatever, difficulties involving your body are completely purified as we say this. Or if you can't say, you can say Om Vajrasattva Hum Pe. Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Teno Patita Dudo Mebawa Suto Kayo Mebawa Supo Kayo Mebawa Anurakto Mebawa Sarva Siddhi Me Prayach Saura Karma Tutsame Chitam Triyam Kuruhum Ha 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 ho Bhagawana Sarva Tatagat Vajrema Me Mudra Bhaja Bhava Maha Samaya Sato Ahum Pe. Now, while we're doing purification practice, we consciously and purposely bring up anything we said, anything that we said or we didn't say that may be obstacles to liberation. And you can think, this is not just to liberate ourselves, but it's also to remove these obscurations, because unless we become liberated, unless we are enlightened, we can't help other people. We can't help others. We don't know how to help them perfectly. So this is getting in the way of that. So that's why we have to purify, not just to liberate us, just so that we'll be in a better place. It's because it's keeping us from helping others. So that's why, it's especially important to try to purify and create just enormous amount of merit, countless eons of merit, and to realize emptiness. So maybe we said something unskillful to a friend, a stranger, an enemy. Maybe we didn't say anything to defend someone, so we admitted not saying something. Or maybe we said something that was sort of sarcastic or meant to hurt someone even though it sounded positive. Everything involving speech, we're going to purify that. So we can move on, so we can let it go, so we can bring all our focus into what we are doing here and now, and just not be burdened by all that baggage we've had in this life and in our previous lives. We can start anew, and that's why we're going to chant this mantra to purify all negative karma regarding speech. Okay, so here we go. So this is the second recitation. Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Tenopatita Dudo Mebawa Sutokayo Mebawa Supokayo Mebawa Anurakto Mebawa Sarva Siddhi Meprayach Sarva Karma Tutsame Chitam Triyam Kuruhum Ha 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 ho Bhagavan Sarva Tattakat Vajramame Muncha Vajra Bhava Maha Samaya Sato Ahumpe. Visualize all that negative karma due to speech have been purified. It's just drained from your body. From the top, bottom, left, right, sideways, everywhere. Completely purified. And now bring up things that we may have negative karma due to the mind. Thoughts, ill will, coveting, wrong view. And then this wrong view of not seeing wisdom, realizing emptiness, that's going to happen for a long time, not just in this life, but maybe in a few future lives, perhaps. So we're going to purify those too at a time before we do that, because it takes a lot of merit in order to realize emptiness, dependent arising, and due to causes and conditions, and having phenomena having no inherent existence. It's very difficult. So we're going to purify that. Especially thoughts that have in relationship to like gurus, teachers, parents, children, but especially your teachers and parents. That you've done in previous lives, that you may have done in this life, and what you may do in future lives until you attain liberation. Okay, so let's say the last recitation. Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Tenopa Tita Dudo Mebawa Satokayo Mebawa Supokayo Mebawa Anurakto Mebawa Sarvasiddhe Me Prayach Sarar Karma Tsutsame Chitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 ho Bhagawana Sarva Tatagat Vajra Mame Mudra Vajra Bhava Maha Samaya Sato Ahum Pe. Okay, so please believe that anything and everything can be purified. If it weren't, then there would be no Buddhas. There would be no bodhisattvas. It would be impossible. Everything, every single thing can be purified. You know, if you did something like what Adolf Hitler did, since he was in charge of all those killings, you know, whatever Cambodian leader was in charge of all those killings, whatever, you know, that's happening throughout the world, in any world war, whatever. All of that can be purified. So, you know, there's always hope. Hope forever. So please, you know, try to give yourself that chance. You know, don't beat yourself up, as Geshe-la says. So I think I babbled long enough, so should we do can we do the dedication now? Is that okay, or?
Before we do, I need to do an announcement. I'm Donna. I'm president of the board of directors, and I feel like we are crashing from the sublime to the mundane. But I just wanted to bring some numbers into the room. First one is 181,642. The second number is 63%. And the third number is 99.9%. Any guesses on the first number? Budget. That's our budget for this year. And that's actually a very, you know, that's a good budget. We had a bigger one last year because we were doing a big old renovation, and now we're back to something closer to normal. Any ideas on the 63%? Sorry? No, 63%, the guess was it's what's committed so far, but that's actually the amount of our budget that we pay in personnel costs. And what about the 99.9%? The guess was how much the budget is obligated, but actually 99.9%, even though more than half of our budget is for personnel, 99.9% of what happens at Kadampa Center is a result of volunteers. So actually 181,000 sounds like a lot, but it's a very lean budget. I'm here to ask you to help us reach that goal, commit our money to it, to support us. As Geshe-la says so frequently, we are Kadampa Center. Kadampa Center belongs to us. You know, and Venerable Lhamo was here this morning leading us in these beautiful, beautiful meditations. Geshe-la's meditations. Geshe-la comes. We are all here together because we're here together. I mean, you all wouldn't be here if there wasn't someone to teach. Nobody would be teaching if you all weren't here. We all need each other and rely on each other. So we do need help meeting our budget. It's a little bit higher than last year. We've got commitments. Actually, we do have a good commitment of most of it, you know, in what we've got already going in sustainers. But if you would like to make a donation, you can do it by check. If you happen to carry your checkbook with you, nobody does that anymore, but if you do, You can drop it in the box right outside the Kadampa. If you want to make donations by credit card or bank debit, go to our homepage up in the upper right-hand corner, click on donations, and then there's a little drop-down box. You don't want to take the default, which is general gift, but drop down and choose either sustainer, which is one we really like because then we can rely on the money coming in, or annual or one-time gift. And whatever you are able to offer is very precious because it is your generosity, it is your support, it's your participating in the community in a financial way, which is helpful. Any amount that represents, what you're giving from your heart is very precious and very welcome. Thank you. Now we're going to do dedications.
Yeah, hang on, Elise has some.
Never give up an opportunity to have a chance, right? So we gather here at the Kadampa Center as a family to nurture skills and qualities of compassion. And it's really important for us to do that, to come here and learn those things. But it's also important for us to nurture our practice in the community. So the Green Team has an affiliation with Interfaith Care of Creation of the Triangle. And because April is Earth Month, we celebrate by learning more about how we can take care of our Mother Earth. And on Tuesday, April the 22nd, there's a lunch and learn at 12 o'clock regarding the effects of plastics on human health. It's going to be held at the Highland United Methodist Church in Raleigh. And then the following Tuesday, April 29th at 7 p.m., there's a webinar, so you can learn this in the comfort of your home. It's a webinar about recycling. If you're confused about what to recycle, how to recycle, and is recycling even worth it after all? Some people really question that. Well, that's an opportunity to learn more about it. And these flyers are on our website, and there's some on the other side of this wall. You can take a picture of it if you want. And then just save the date, the first Sunday in May, which is May 4th, the Triangle Interfaith Alliance, which is another affiliation of the Kadampa Center, is having their annual meeting. And it's really, really valuable to participate in events where people of many faiths come together. There's a quality of meeting together with people that you normally would not encounter in your everyday. So I really encourage you to consider doing this. The keynote speaker is Reverend Dr. Rose Cornelius, and she's someone who's had over 30 years experience of working with compassion in missions and businesses around the world for over 30 years. And she's going to talk about compassion in action, ways in which we can put our ethics and our beliefs into action every day. Again, this flyer will be on the website within a week or so, and then it's also on the wall over there. So thank you so much. I appreciate your help.
Okay, looks like it's time to do our dedications. So if you are in the Kadampa, please turn to page 246 in the Gold Prayer Book. And we'll begin with the dedication verses from Master Shantideva. Excuse me. May all beings everywhere, plagued by sufferings of body and mind, obtain an ocean of happiness and joy by virtue of our merits. May no living creature suffer, commit evil, or ever fall ill. May no one be afraid or belittled, with a mind weighed down by depression. May the blind see forms and the deaf hear sounds. May those whose bodies are worn with toil be restored on finding repose. May the naked find clothing, the hungry find food. May the thirsty find water and delicious drinks. May the poor find wealth, those weak with sorrow find joy. May the forlorn find hope, constant happiness, and prosperity. May there be timely rains and bountiful harvests. May all medicines be effective and wholesome prayers bear fruit. May all who are sick and ill quickly be freed from their ailments. Whatever diseases there are in the world, may these never occur again. May the frightened cease to be afraid, and those bound be freed. May the powerless find power, and may people think of benefiting each other. For as long as space remains, for as long as sentient beings remain, until then may I too remain to dispel the miseries of the world. And now on page 244, we'll say the long life prayer for His Holiness the Dalai Lama. In the land encircled by snow mountains, you are the source of all happiness and good. All-powerful Chenrezig Tenzin Gyatso, please remain until samsara ends. And on the next page at the bottom, the long life prayer for Khensa Rinpoche Jetsun Lobsang Delek, the one who mastered his speech at a very young age, the one with great patience who received the name Avatari, the one with great precision who spread the teachings of Lama Tsongkhapa on bliss and void, Lama, ornament of the yellow hat tradition, please remain until samsara ends. And now, because Lama Zopa Rinpoche's reincarnation has been confirmed, we are no longer saying the prayer for his swift return, but we will be saying the Migsema, which is right at the top of that page, on page 245, and we will not say the third line, just the four, and we can chant this. Migme te we ter chan chan rezig dream can pay wang po jam pei yang gang chen ke pei su jian song ka pa lo zang drak pei shabla so wateb. And now on the inside of the front cover, the long life prayers for Geshe Gelek and Geshe Sangpo. Supreme Guide, you lead us on the many paths of virtue. A shining sun, you give us the best of excellent explanations. Supreme virtuous friend, you are a constant Dharma companion. Lama who has renounced fame, may you ever remain. And for Geshe Sangpo, you who have steadfast imprints of virtuous qualities and keep the instructions of the glorious Guru in your heart. You who pass day and night with noble activities, great virtuous friend, may you have a very long life. And 7 Tara mantras to benefit all beings. Om Tare Tu Re So Ha. 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 Thank you, Venerable Lhamo.
Thank you, Lama.
Thank you, Venerable Lhamo. Thanks everyone online for joining us and everyone in person too. Thanks for being here.